Welcome back, explorers. Today we're here in Old Town Alexandria, Virginia, checking out the Speed and Style Car Show. This spot is filled with some seriously clean builds, unique rides, and the perfect mix of classic and modern style. If you love cars, you're definitely in the right place. Let's walk around and see what we find. Old Town Alexandria has been around since 1749, once known as a busy port along the Potomac River, moving goods through one of the country's earliest trade hubs. Today, instead of ships and cargo, these streets are lined with some seriously clean builds for the Speed and Style Car Show, hosted by Land Rover Alexandria. It's a perfect mix: historic scenery, cobblestone streets, and modern horsepower all in one place. Shout out to Land Rover Alexandria for putting this together. Great location for a show like this. It's kinda nice seeing a place with this much history still full of energy. Just a different type of traffic today. And the more you walk through here, the more you realize this isn't just about the cars, it's the atmosphere, the people, the little details that make every single build stand out. So let's keep moving, because there's still a lot more to see. Alright, this one right here might be one of my favorites so far. This Ferrari looks incredible. If I'm not mistaken, that's an F8 Tributo, could be the Spider version. Now this Porsche Targa right here, super clean. You really don't see too many of these out like that. And honestly, just walking through here, you start realizing how many beautiful cars showed up. Every row has something different. If you like that Porsche Targa, just wait till you see what's coming up next. Because this next car right here, yeah, this one stands out. Rain didn't even stop this one from showing up. And yeah, I'm glad it didn't. This McLaren Artura is on another level. It's a hybrid, pushing over 600 horsepower with a V6 and an electric motor. Fast and kind of futuristic. Wow, okay, this just made my day. The only Lamborghini out here, and it's a Huracan STO. This thing is beautiful. Fun fact, this model is heavily based on Lamborghini's racing program, so it's pretty much as close as you can get to a track car on the street. STO stands for Super Trofeo Omologata, which basically means it's a race car made street legal. Under the hood, you've got a naturally aspirated 5.2-liter V10 pushing over 630 horsepower. No turbos, just pure engine sound. And what's crazy is, most of the body is made out of carbon fiber, so it's super lightweight and built for the track. Even all these vents, the fins, that big rear wing, it's not just for style, it's all designed to create downforce and keep the car planted at high speeds. Yeah, this right here, this is basically a street-legal race car sitting in the middle of Old Town. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe so I can keep bringing you more content like this. Alright, now this right here is something special. This is the 2025 Rolls-Royce Spectre, Rolls-Royce's very first fully electric car. Starting at around $400,000, this is pure luxury on another level. But it's not just about looks. This thing is powered by a dual motor setup pushing close to 600 horsepower, with all-wheel drive and that signature Rolls-Royce smooth ride. It can go from 0 to 60 in just over 4 seconds, which is crazy for a car this size. And being fully electric, it's almost silent, giving you that smooth, floating ride Rolls-Royce is known for. You still get around 300 miles of range, so it's built for comfort and long drives. This right here, it's pure luxury. Our next car right here just screams attention and pure elegance. This is the Ferrari Roma, and honestly, this might be one of the cleanest designs Ferrari has put out in a long time. Under the hood, you've got a twin-turbo V8 pushing around 600 horsepower, sending all that power straight to the rear wheels. It can go from 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds. So yeah, it's not just about looks. And with the top speed close to 200 miles per hour, this thing is built to move fast. Now this right here, this is a true piece of Ferrari history. This is the 2007 Ferrari 430 Scuderia, finished in that beautiful Modena yellow with the Italian flag detail. Definitely something you don't see every day. And what makes this one even more special, this car was actually developed with input from Formula One legend Michael Schumacher. Basically, a race car made for the street. Now this right here is a 2001 Ferrari Maranello, classic V12 Ferrari at its finest. Under the hood, you've got a 5.5-liter V12 pushing around 480 horsepower, paired with a manual transmission and rear-wheel drive. This is a classic Ferrari done right. Honestly, getting to experience these Ferraris up close like this, it's something else. You see them on the road, you see them online, but standing right here, hearing the engines, seeing the details, it just hits different. Ferrari's been doing this since 1947, built on racing and performance, with that same passion still showing in every car they make today. From classic V12s to modern twin-turbo engines, everything is designed with one goal in mind: performance and emotion. And what's really interesting is where things are going. Ferrari's already stepping into the future with hybrid technology and even working toward fully electric models. So you've got all this history behind you, and at the same time, a whole new generation of Ferrari ahead. Like this new 2025 Ferrari 12 Cilindri, bringing the V12 legacy into the future with over 800 horsepower and that pure, naturally aspirated sound Ferrari is known for. Now this right here, this is something completely different for Ferrari. This is the Ferrari Purosangue, the brand's very first four-door, four-seater ever made. Ferrari calls it a Ferrari utility vehicle, but let's be real, this is their take on a high-performance luxury SUV. Under the hood, you've got a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 pushing around 700 horsepower, with all-wheel drive and serious performance behind it. It can go from 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds, which is wild for a car this size. And when it comes to price, you're looking at well over $400,000, putting it in a whole different category of luxury. What makes this car so important though? It's a big shift in Ferrari history. But even with all that change, it still keeps that Ferrari DNA: performance, sound, and presence. Now this right here is the Ferrari 308 GTS, an absolute icon from the late 70s and 80s. Powered by a 2.9-liter V8 with around 240 horsepower. But what really made it famous was Magnum PI. This one right here is pure 80s nostalgia. Now this right here is a 1980s Ferrari Testarossa, one of the most iconic supercars of its time. 4.9-liter flat 12, about 390 horsepower and a manual gearbox. Hit around 180 miles per hour. Yeah, this one's a classic. Now coming up on this classic right here, the Ferrari 365 GTB4 Daytona. And just look at it. This one is incredibly well kept. Paint, chrome, everything on point. Honestly, what really stands out to me is just how well these cars have been kept. You can tell a lot of time, care, and passion went into maintaining every single one of them. And on top of that, the owners out here have been super cool, just giving everyone the chance to get up close and really appreciate these cars. Moments like this, you don't always get to see. Now this right here, this is true Ferrari history. The Ferrari 250 GT Pininfarina Cabriolet, built between the late 1950s and early 60s during what many call Ferrari's golden era. Under the hood, you've got a 3.0-liter Colombo V12 pushing around 240 horsepower, paired with a classic manual transmission. This was actually Ferrari's first production cabriolet, blending performance with luxury in a way that defined the brand moving forward. Pure classic Ferrari. Now this right here, I've honestly never seen one of these in person before. This is a 1970 Ferrari Dino 246 GT, and yeah, this is a pretty rare and special car. What's interesting is, it wasn't even sold as a Ferrari at the time. It was branded as a Dino, named after Enzo Ferrari's son. Only a couple thousand were ever made is definitely something you don't get every day. Right away, this caught my attention. A classic Morgan Plus 4 drop head. Super clean, timeless design, and honestly, you don't see these too often. And as you keep walking down North Pitt Street, you start to take it all in. Vintage cars lined up along these historic streets, each one carrying its own story. Old Town Alexandria goes all the way back to the 1700s, so having all these classic cars here, it just feels right. And somehow it all blends perfectly with this event. Speed and style. You've got history, beautiful cars, and a great atmosphere all in one place. Honestly, being part of this, just walking through and seeing everything up close, it's a great experience. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Now this right here is a classic 1960s Austin Mini Cooper. Small car, but a massive legacy. This one's powered by a tiny engine, around 50 to 60 horsepower, but it was all about lightweight handling and agility. And what's crazy, the owner told me this exact car has raced 9 times at the Goodwood circuit in the UK. That's a lot of history right there. And racing at Goodwood isn't easy. It's invite only, the cars have to stay true to their original specs, and you're racing against some of the best drivers in the world. And as you keep walking through, you really start to feel the energy of this whole event. It's not just about the cars, it's the people, the conversations, everyone just enjoying being out here. You've got owners sharing stories, people stopping to take pictures, and every now and then you hear an engine fire up. It just brings everything to life. There's something different about seeing all these cars in person. You can take your time, look at the details, really appreciate what makes each one special. And honestly, events like this, they just bring everything together. The cars, the history, and the community. Yeah, it's a great atmosphere to be a part of. And now we're switching things up a little. This is the Tesla Roadster Sport. This was actually Tesla's very first production car, built between 2008 and 2012, and it helped change the game for electric vehicles. It can go from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, and it had a range of over 200 miles, which was a big deal back then. Instead of a traditional engine, it's fully electric. And now this right here, this is the BMW Z8 Roadster. Built between the late 90s and early 2000s, this car was designed as a modern tribute to the classic BMW 507. Under the hood, you've got a 4.9-liter V8 pushing close to 400 horsepower, paired with a manual transmission. And here's a fun fact. This car was featured in a James Bond movie, which helped make it even more iconic. With only about 5,700 ever built, this is one of those rare modern classics. You know, the day didn't exactly start out like this. Early on, we had a bit of rain, clouds moving in, everything looking like it might slow things down. But little by little, things started clearing up. The skies opened, the sun came out, and everything just came together. And honestly, that just made the whole experience even better. Seeing all these cars shining under the sunlight, people walking around, smiling, enjoying the moment, it just changed the whole vibe. What started as a cloudy, wet morning turned into one of those perfect days to be out here. You've got engines running, conversations happening, people taking pictures, just everyone enjoying what this event is all about. And that's the thing, it's not just the cars, it's the atmosphere, the energy, the people coming together. By the time the sun really settled in, you could tell this turned into something special. Yeah, definitely a day worth being a part of. And now this right here, this is the second generation Acura NSX. Built from 2017 to 2021, this was the return of a legendary name that originally changed the supercar game back in the 90s. It's quick too, 0 to 60 in just about 3 seconds. Now this right here, De Tomaso Pantera, Italian design with American muscle, raw, loud, and built to turn heads. And now this right here, The 2025 Aston Martin Vantage, a modern take on a classic name, blending British luxury with serious performance. Under the hood, you've got a twin-turbo V8 pushing over 650 horsepower, making this thing incredibly fast. It can go from 0 to 60 in just over 3 seconds, with sharp handling and a really aggressive look. The Vantage has always been Aston Martin's entry into the sports car world, but this new generation takes things to another level. It's faster, sharper, and more focused, but still keeps that smooth, refined feel Aston Martin is known for. Yeah, this one right here is where performance meets pure style. Aston Martin goes all the way back to 1913, founded in England by Lionel Martin and Robert Bamford. From the beginning, the focus was simple: build cars that combined performance, luxury, and style. Over the years, it became known for its grand touring cars and its strong racing heritage. From supercars to beautiful classics like this right here, the legendary Thunderbird. And this one in pink, you can't miss it. It's got that timeless design, that vintage style that just takes you back. Cars like this weren't just built for speed, they were built with personality, with character. And as you keep walking through, you start seeing more of that. Classic muscle, vintage cruisers, each one telling its own story. These are the cars that laid the foundation for everything we see today. Big engines, bold designs, and a presence that still turns heads decades later. And honestly, that's what makes events like this so special. You're not just looking at cars, you're looking at history, passion, and the people who keep it all alive. Yeah, this is something you really have to experience for yourself. Now this right here, the DeLorean. Built in the early 80s, this was the only car ever made by the DeLorean Motor Company, famous for its stainless steel body and those iconic gull-wing doors. It had a V6 engine with around 130 horsepower, but honestly, performance wasn't what made this car special. What made it legendary was the movies. For a lot of us, this is the time machine from Back to the Future, something that just takes you straight back to childhood. It's crazy how a car that was only built for a couple of years ended up becoming one of the most recognizable cars in the world. And seeing it in person like this, yeah, it just hits different. Definitely one of those cars that brings back memories. Man, what a day. From the moment we got here, even with a little bit of rain at the start, you could tell it was going to be something special. And as the day went on, the sun came out, the cars started shining, and everything just came together perfectly. We got to see so many incredible cars, everything from modern supercars to rare exotics to beautiful classics that carry so much history behind them. Cars like Ferraris, Aston Martins, the NSX, that classic Mini with racing history, even legends like the DeLorean that just take you straight back to childhood. And that's what makes events like this so special. It's not just about horsepower or speed, it's about the stories, the passion, the people behind each car. Every single one of these vehicles has a story. And being able to walk around, see them up close, and experience it all in a place like Old Town Alexandria, it's something you don't take for granted. And honestly, being able to share that experience with all of you means a lot. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, thank you. I really appreciate you being here and watching till the end. It truly means more than you know. And special thanks to the Alexandria Police Department for keeping everyone safe.